All right, my last recommendation, Hidden Potential by Adam Grant. Shout out to Adam. Adam has this wonderful way of synthesizing what we're missing, and it can apply to the corporate environment as far as business and what we do, or it can apply to the personal, whether it's being a good parent, maybe even being a good kid, um, being empathetic to our neighbors and the people around us, even the people we don't like, and being careful as far as discounting people. I mean, it says it all in the name, hidden potential. So, what are the things, or I think Adam might be getting closer to this, what, who are the people that actually have this tremendous value and maybe even want to give this tremendous value to our society, but then aren't because whatever they have to contribute isn't valued on the surface. With my work, and that's one of the reasons why Adam and I have connected over the years, my work is based on my belief that everyone, literally everyone, has something to contribute. Like literally everyone. And so if that's the case, then it's a matter of society adjusting so that everyone can contribute versus people trying to adjust themselves or be something else so they can contribute. That's a cornerstone of my work. That's one of the reasons why I'm a coach, one of the reasons why I have this show. And Adam's energy is very similar. We've connected a few times over the years. I've always appreciated his work. And this book is coming out in October. It's already on the bestseller list. As far as pre-orders, Adam always kills it. And I can't wait to dig into it. It's coming out, I want to say October 24th. My own book, The Complete Bring Your Worth, comes out. See, I told you I have a bunch of books here. Comes out October 20th. Very similar. A few years ago, we had a very close date for our books too. So happy to be in good company with Adam. You can pre-order both. Pre-order both. Why not? Go for it. Act reckless today. Order as many books as you want. But I'm excited to dig into his book. I'm sure he'll have talks and other things related to it. And I'll be sure and keep you guys posted on it. If you want to go deeper as far as with Adam's work, I did an episode about a year ago about one of Adam's, it might have been Adam's, I think it was the second bestseller. He's had like a few of them. His second major book called Give and Take. And I won't even get into the premise now, but basically he's putting people into three different buckets and figuring out how we show up in environments, whether it's again the family environment and friend environment or in the corporate environment. And the subtitle, as far as my episode about it, just says it all: how to give without losing yourself. So, how do you make an impact on the world without losing yourself in the process? That's exactly what like Rick Rubin's getting at, right? That's what that whole whole thing I was talking about at the top, near the top of the show. It's like, how are we going to show up in a certain way and yet still maintain ourselves? How do you give your all and then still remain whole? And this episode gets into that. I highly recommend this book, Give and Take. I was late on this because I saw him speak at TED and I bought the book Originals, which I think is somewhere up here. Yeah, a prize if you can find it up here. I got into that, and then I think something else was going on. I never got into Give and Take, but it was a very popular book. And I went straight into his later books, including like Think Again, which came out a couple of years ago. Fantastic book. That was his last book. But then I think it was about a year ago, year and a half ago, around the time I did this episode, I finally was like, you know what? I got a little bit of time. Let me listen to, because I did the audiobook, Give and Take. And it was fantastic. Even though, the book is probably approaching 10 years old now. This episode gets into that. If you feel like you want to contribute to the world, but you feel like you're being taken advantage of, or it's not jiving right for you, you feel like that you're giving too much and you're gonna fall off the wagon, or you feel like that you want to give a lot, but you're afraid of being hurt in the process. This is definitely episode to watch, and I highly recommend this book. Shout out to Adam. As you know, Adam, I love your work. So, good luck with the launch and everything. All right. So those are my picks for what you should read next. Check out my book, The Complete Bring Your Worth, coming out October 20th. You can pre-order it now. Support indie publishers and support indie bookstores. You can support the indie bookstores through bookshop.org. Order all the books that I mentioned on there. You can also go to the big guy, Amazon. And if you want signed paperbacks from me, I will sign it with my own little hands, as well as the Bring Your Worth merchandise. I should stand up, but I'm not. as well as the Bring Your Worth mug. And to recap, it's Data Baby by Susanna Breslin, coming out very soon. I want to say November, coming out November. We have The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. That's already out. Still a bestseller. It's been number one for like months now. I'm just getting into it, but it's definitely worth checking out if you have any interest in having creativity in your life, which we all should, I believe. We have Government Cheese by the man Stephen Pressfield. Shout out to him, and shout out for all the love. He actually gave me a beautiful blurb for Complete Bring Your Worth collection. So thank you, Stephen. I always appreciate you for sure. It's humbling, trying to follow in your footsteps. And then lastly, Hidden Potential by Adam Grant. That'll be coming out October, around the time of my book. So it'll be late October, I think October 24th. You can pre-order it now. It's already tearing up the charts on the pre-orders, but Adam always kills it. And good luck to you, Adam, on the launch and everything. I look forward to seeing you shine. All right, that is the Bring Your Worth TV show. It's a lot of Wednesdays and Sundays. It's been a little bit more leisurely during the summer months. And not sure if you can tell, but the equipment's different. So I had to do a little bit of an upgrade. Also, if you go to bringingworth.tv and subscribe, it's completely free. You also will be getting my shorts. And shorts are little nuggets, up to 60 seconds, with gems from this TV show, from the recorded episodes that are pre-recorded, or even original stuff that I've been creating. So I've been in the factory creating a whole bunch of really interesting, at least interesting to me, shorts about how you can thrive doing creative work. Anyway, much love to y'all. Remember, you can always bring your worth. You can always build from now. Take care.